Welcome back to Scenic Fights, Fight Scene Breakdown. My name is Fattaah, and I'm a Wing Chun practitioner.
And I'm Pak. I'm a black belt in judo with experience in both boxing and wrestling.
Today, we are breaking down the Wing Chun versus boxing fight scene between Mike Tyson, Frank, and Donnie Yen, Ip Man.
Black and Asian souls unite.
Yes.
Not since Rush Hour have you seen a better pair like us.
Let's see whose fists are the fastest. Yours or mine?
3 minutes on the clock. Just like a boxing round.
Classical Wing Chun stand protecting his center line.
Classical peekaboo style boxing stance.
Now, that's my favorite technique. That's a Kwan Sau. That is a Biu Sau with a Biu Sau. And I love that technique because basically Frank is such a powerful fighter. When he hits, he hits. So therefore, you have to block with everything you have, and that's exactly what Ip Man did.
You know, in boxing, sometimes it's called a cross guard or a reverse cross guard. Do you get excited when you see that? Do you see the influence in Wing Chun?
Well, in Wing Chun, we don't necessarily block, we redirect, but basically, by doing this, if I just turn slightly, it will deflect the blow. Let me show you how that's used. Throw the punch. So, Ip Man blocks, but because of Frank's power, he bounces back. What I would like to have seen is Ip Man block with his Biu Sau guarding hand, his Biu Sau wing hand, grab that arm, pull it into him, and break it. Or from here, hit to the midsection with a Fox Sau, back of the head, under the throat. Deflecting, redirecting, we call this the pragmatic hands of Wing Chun. However, he's getting knocked back from the power of Frank. That right there, I love that. That was a Gong Sau. Basically, the Gong Sau is in the first opening form of Silam Tao.
This motion
yes,
right there.
that motion right there. It means splitting hand. Basically, it's a press. It's guarding the center line. So let's say you throw a punch at me. That's a Gong Sau. But he was able to use it to elevate onto the desk, which is great cinematic effect.
That was pretty cool scene, I'm not gonna lie. How would you, Fattaah, use it in a real fight?
Look, man, when you close up on a person, there's so many possibilities. If I feel an attack coming towards my stomach, like you're throwing a punch now, of course I'm gonna use Gum Sau. So it depends on what technique the adversary is using against you.
So you're developing the muscle memory, drilling it over and over again, and you're instantaneously reacting.
That's why you practice the form. Because when you practice the form, all these beautiful hand movements, Biu Sau, Tongue Sau, Biu Sau, what have you, will just come out automatically because you have a wealth of knowledge of these particular hand movements. Now he's doing an array of Wing Chun kicks.
Bodied him. Frank hits Ip Man with a left hook to the body and a left hook to the face. And it's a good example of using broken rhythm in boxing. A lot of fighters will do a combination like left, right. But amongst that, after you do left, right, you hit him with a left, left. It's a great way to catch your opponent off guard. And just like that, Frank was able to hit Ip Man with the left hook to the face, and I think it changed Ip Man's mentality after that one shot.
And that's why it takes that stance. He takes that stance so therefore he could protect from the left or the right at any given time. But guess what? Sometimes you still get hit in a fight.
Absolutely. But how would you deal with a left hook to the liver, left hook to the face?
Smother him. And what I mean by that is this. Let's say you go to throw that left hook. I want a Fook Sau. I want to get in on him. Let's say you go to the face. I'm going to stay stuck to you. I'm going to Tongue Sau. So basically, sticking. You're sticking to the opponent. Once you smother him, boom! You want to go into your techniques because you got that real estate. You're already close up on him. Hit him fast, hit him hard, hit him direct. Keep it simple and plain, and get out of there. I love that kick. There's some Wing Chun practitioners that will use a straight line kick that comes straight up to the chest to push the opponent back. Most of the kicks in Wing Chun are low.
Are there a lot of kicks in Wing Chun?
Basically 8 different types of kicks in Wing Chun. Mind you, not all lineages are the same. Some may have, different various kicks. My favorite kick is the knee kick. Because
I didn't see that coming.
Exactly. Limb destruction. Also, it's below the vision line, so the opponent cannot see it. So therefore, once I go for the knee, I could now go upstairs for the head. It's basically very difficult to protect 2 parts of your body at the same time.
I know many, many years ago, I first saw Bruce Lee demonstrate on TV the power of the knee kick, the side kick to the knee. And now in the UFC, John Jones specifically loves kicking his opponent's knees.
That's a very serious part of the body because You know, you have to walk and support your weight. Once your knees are damaged, it could cause you a lot of problems.
It's very devastating. Brushes it off. I love it. That's swag.
Gets back into his stance. Ip Man stays on his center line. See how he's staying on his center line? Instead of deflecting Frank's incoming blows, he's evading, he's running, he's getting away from him, which is a smart thing to do. Now, I'm not sure if he's doing this on purpose, but it's as if he's using the room as his weapon. It's almost like a bull in a china shop.
Sent him flying a few feet.
Now, that has to be frustrating because as a Wing Chun fighter, we are trained to always constantly go forward. You're not supposed to be going backwards. But I would imagine that out of his frustration, he's rooting himself, meaning he's giving himself more foundation so he don't get sent back, he don't get knocked backwards.
It doesn't seem like Frank finds Ip Man as a challenge at all at this point. Says, you're done.
Now, this pistol squat that Ip Man takes is not truly a characteristic of Wing Chun. He's too low. You need to be upright so that you'll have a better foundation. This just goes to showcase Donnie Yen's personal ability. He's just that good. Would you believe his mother taught him Kung Fu?
Oh, no way.
Yeah. Donnie Yen's blocking legs and he does a trap right there. Oh man, I love it. You know I'm a chain punch king, baby. Some would argue that's not the center line. It is because it's a meridian. The center line is anywhere that's straight on the body. The reason why, you don't want to straight to the left, you don't want to straight to the right. By staying center on your opponent as you're striking him, you're hitting the nerves on the meridian of that line. For example, so as Ip Man is coming up Frank's side, he's boom, 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 boom. Do you feel that?
I feel it.
I guarantee you Frank felt it as well. Therefore, if I was to keep him off his center line, he's not able to keep his balance. So we're talking about three different center lines. Center line in the center of the body, center line anywhere on the body. And let me tell you, when you're fighting a Wing Chun man, you don't want your center line to be the back because it's all spine.
Can you show us the chain punch?
It would be my pleasure. In the chain punch, there's many different ways to do the chain punch. Basically, from the back leg, all the power is coming in. And you want to constantly push forward on the opponent. The punch is going to loosen him up. The pushing from your body is what's going to propel him backwards. You want your punches to land in the same spot, one over the other, like a bicycle chain. Now, a lot of your power is also coming from the midsection. You're generating it from the midsection, you're pushing off on the legs. Another thing, get behind the elbow. It's your body weight behind the punch that's absorbing into the opponent. Good job by Ip Man. Now they grapple a little bit. Chain punching, beautiful. Gets knocked back from Frank's power, regroups himself, get his mind set together. Because he's still in a fight, so he's got to keep his head in this game. Gets right back on the center line with his stance. Ooh, look at that! Beautiful. Oh, I have to point this out. This comes from the Chum Q form, the elbows. The elbows can be very powerful blocking implements, as you could see. Because a lot of Wing Chun practitioners, they practice on the Mak Jong. You know what the Mak Jong is? The Mak Jong is the wooden dummy. So basically by doing a lot of the techniques on the wooden dummy, you can make the bones in your arm very dense and very hard. Notice though, you see that move right there? Where Frank is favoring his hand? Believe it or not, Frank, Mike Tyson, actually broke his pinky finger on Donnie Yen's elbow. Perhaps that's why he's shaking and favoring his hand. But listen, Donnie Yen did not know until the next day. That's how tough Mike Tyson is.
That must have been a real reaction.
Oh yeah, but he just kept playing it off. Tyson is just that damn powerful. The elbows in Chum Q could be used offensively or defensively. Let's say, for example, you're throwing a punch at me. What I would do is I would Paxibellum that punch into the elbow. I would Paxibellum it into the elbow, strike it, destroying the wrist pretty much, or the knuckles, or hurting it. So therefore, from here, I would retaliate, go into a second move, or third move, or even a fourth move. Boom! Caught him in the ribs. That was very good.
It's great speed here.
That's my favorite part. Oh God, I gotta contain my excitement. Bill G, thrusting fingers to the eyes. If the fight would have started off that way in the first place, it might have ended much sooner. A wise man once said, everyone has a plan until they get hit in the mouth. I say everyone can fight until the optic nerve has been damaged.
The round is over. We got mutual respect.
So what we have seen is the pragmatic hands of Wing Chun versus peekaboo boxing.
What do you give this scene?
I would give it an A-.
Why is that?
Well, the reason why is because of the low stance to pistol squat. Most of us who are Wing Chun practitioners know that that's not something we would do. However, overall, the fight scene was great. The way he did that Bill G to the eye, that would have finished the fight if he would have started off that way in the first place. Hey man, fight dirty if you're gonna fight a big dude like this.
So at the end, we saw that the eye poke was very effective and got a big reaction from Frank. Is that legit?
Oh yes, it's Bill G. Thrusting fingers. The reason why that's very dangerous is because Bill G is known as the emergency form. Being that Ip is fighting such a strong, powerful guy, he has to pull out his bag of dirty tricks. And Bill G will allow you to do that. Why? Because Bill G has thrusting fingers. That is very detrimental. How you would set it up, let's say you take a boxer stance. What I would do is I would basically Paxibellum Sau and ride off of the arm so that the Bill G follow into the eye. What do I mean by that? Paxibellum Sau here, ride off the arm, and I'm doing it slow because it is very dangerous. Great job by Ip Man. He should have utilized the Bill G tactic in the beginning of the fight, which would have ended it much quicker. Let's face it, this is a movie.